Today, computers are part of most jobs in one way or another. But what jobs were there before people could use computers and other machines in their daily lives? Have a look at some jobs of the past that aren't around anymore. Have you ever wondered how people managed to wake up in time before there were alarm clocks? Well, in Great Britain, knocker-ups were employed. Every morning, they went through the streets and used a stick to knock on people's doors or windows. They wouldn't leave until they were sure that the people had gotten up. But during the 1920s, alarm clocks became much cheaper, so everyone could afford one and they didn't need a knocker-up anymore. Today, we can keep our food fresh and our drinks cold in a regular fridge. But in the past, it wasn't that easy to keep things cold. During the winter, farmers could work as ice cutters. They would go to frozen lakes and cut big blocks of ice, which were then transported to ice houses, where it was kept cool. Then, in the summer months, the ice was sold in the streets. Today, important news is spread by newspapers, TV programmes, and the internet. But in the Middle Ages, when many people could not read, town criers were responsible for announcing news. They wore special clothes and went through the streets ringing a loud bell to get people's attention, so that they could tell people about important news. The idea of bowling has been around for over 5,000 years, and when the first bowling alley opened in 1840 in New York, employees were needed to put the pins back in the correct positions and bring the bowling balls back to the players. The people who did this were called pin setters. They were usually teenage boys, which is why pin setters were also often called pin boys. However, in 1936, a machine was invented that put back the pins and returned the bowling balls, so pin setters were no longer needed. What do you think? Which jobs do you think will not exist anymore in 100 years' time? Think of possible reasons and in what other way the job will be done. Share your ideas with a partner.